welcome back. So I've just returned back to garden centre for a little trip. Always end up spending lots of money. So I picked up some more alpines and that. Let's go around the edges. Should be a nice bit of colour then. Also picked up some asparagus crowns. Obviously I know once they're in you can't harvest them for a couple of years at least, just to get the crowns established. And one of the other things I got this Kent and Stowe ball planter. It's really nice and sturdy, but yeah, it was down to 20 quid. But I wish I had this when I was planting the daffodils that time, but I can use that for every other planting, little pots and that into the ground. Also changed the head on the water fountain as well, considering it's still not sunny. Still going away. Just got to be careful really. It doesn't get too close to the edge and start leaking out water. So I might have to just secure it in the middle somehow for now. Might put some bamboo canes so it can't go past that edge. So I've just planted in a few of the alpines just around the edges. Probably get some more for the back as well. I've got some campanella down at the other plot. Quite a big chunk of that, so I can divide that up as well because that likes to spread around. I've also put the cane sticks just for the meantime to stop the wind blowing the fountain to the edge. So just planted the asparagus crowns, nothing special, just some bare roots, a few little shoots going on. These potatoes keep emerging now. I'll keep earthing them up because the old frost. No signs of the others yet. Again, these were planted in a few weeks apart, so shouldn't expect to see them coming up anytime. Same with these. Pond's looking good. Just needs, okay, I keep saying I need to go around and neaten up the edges for the liner, so I'll do that on another time. So I've been thinking of a few ideas just to, one, kind of make this area safe because obviously the drop on the other side. So just been playing around with the old stakes and the old cane sticks to make a little wigwam fence. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue it all the way along up until probably the compost bin area, because I need to put some more membrane down for this pathway. Need to move that big bunch of comfrey there as well. Like blooming sticky weed just everywhere. Also had a little play around with these as well. So I'm going to make this little raspberry bed, and I did actually buy a big cherry, not big tree, but a small cherry tree to go up here somewhere. But I've also got 2 apple trees, so I was thinking about one tree there and another tree there for the apples, and then keep them like dwarf size so they don't obviously get too big and out of control.
A few moments later.
Right, 4 days later. So come up to the plot today. The potatoes are starting to well and truly pop up now. The weather's not been too bad, like literally about 5 minutes ago it was nice and sunny. Has been raining a little bit. Everything seems alright. Obviously the asparagus is not doing much, but these bloody potatoes, they're coming up everywhere. Obviously I did take up a load of them when I was digging through that patch, but obviously I've missed a few. Obviously the onions and garlic are fine. Strawberries look good. Don't think there's any sign, even though there's a little bit of green going on down there. But there's a few little seeds. I don't know. Is that a carrot? Maybe not. But no, it has been raining, it's been damp enough, so I might sow a couple more carrots as well soon, if these ones don't show up, because they've been in there for about 3 weeks now. But obviously the temperature has been pretty cold. Pond is looking good. No holes, so that's good. Been catching the old magpie coming along in the mornings as well. He's been having a little drink. But it's a little bit murky. But obviously we did put quite a lot of this oxygenating weed in there. And this pump is really, really good. So I'll link that in the description as well, because again, it's not very sunny and it's constantly on. So that'd be good for oxygenating the water as well. See, still need to plant up the area as well around the pond, which has still got the plants down on the other one to bring up as well. But I think in today's video I'm gonna try, well, I've got the raspberries I got from Thompson Morgan, so I'm going to put a couple. Then there's three of each variety. So you got Glen Karen, and then Glen Ample. But I don't think these ones are doing too good, to be honest, because there's no shoots, and it doesn't seem there's no life in there. So I'm going to have to investigate. I might snap a bit off, see if it's green and that. But what can you do? So yeah, I've got some more weed suppressant and that. So finish off the pathway. I'll extend the fence line as well, probably up into the compost bin area. And then I can give these beds a dig over. These will be for the apple trees, which I'm still waiting for from the same order as the raspberries. But God knows when they're going to come. I think one says expected date 2027, so I'm going to have to investigate that further. And I've also brought up the tomatoes from the polytunnel, because I need to pot these ones up, because obviously they're doing pretty well. And most of these are, let's go, money maker from those 12. And then these 3 are the Gigantomals. So I'm looking forward to those. So I won't need to pot these up singly. Might need to weed out those ones. But yeah, these ones have only got like 25 seeds in each pot. But these done pretty well actually, considering they've just been in an unheated polytunnel. So also we've got signs of life. Obviously the sweet peas will come up anyway. So that variety is just starting to. No signs in those two, but nasturtiums have just started to arise. So there's signs of activity. And that. And yeah. The weather's set to be really nice on Tuesday and Wednesday, so hopefully the worst of the cold weather has gone, but it's still going to drop down to like freezing tonight, so I'm going to have to earth over these potatoes a bit more. But yeah, they're all in the ones we planted weeks after are starting to come up as well. I know. Alright, let's get this bit sorted. I'm going to stick you on a time hyperlapse. just covered the pathway part, but only done it up to the compost bin because this back area probably won't get as used as much, and I can leave that for the wildlife. Got the comfrey coming up anyway, so, but I need to sort out the back part anyway, that behind the compost bin. But also it's stuck in the stakes for the little wigwam fence. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to get some more cane sticks, start weaving them across, just so it, just a bit of barrier really, so just in case, because the pathway is a little bit uneven, but once the wood chips on it, it should level it out quite well. So, just finished off the little wigwam fence, so it doesn't look too bad. Need to adjust a few of the canes, but most of these canes are quite old anyway, so when you see them dig them into the ground they snap, so might as well reuse them for something useful. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to dig over these beds and then start getting the raspberry canes in. So I've just been playing around a little bit with this bit, just been trying to find some pieces of wood. Instead of buying new planks, I'm just trying to recycle from the back there some planks of wood just to finish off these beds. So just managed to scavenge some bits for this one. So these are the raspberries I've just put in. I've put in the ones that I think are dead. There's a little bit of green on the stems, so hopefully they might pull through. And I've just knocked up that chunkier raised bed with some scrap bits of wood, so that can be for one of the apple trees, and then I'll try and replicate that one in that bit there. It just needs digging over, but at least the sun has come out. Just been also, I was digging over this, the robin decided to come and play, so I'll insert some footage now of him, you know, he's coming right up close to me, so hopefully I can tame him and hand feed him. Well, good morning to another sunny day. I think today is going to be one of the warmest days of the year, so it's only going to get up to about 18, so it's not going to be too hot, but it'd be nice to crack on with a few bits. Well, just covered it back over, but something's been digging up me potatoes, so it's probably Mr. Fox. So I'm going to have to put a bit of chicken wire along the front here to stop him, because I don't want him digging up my potatoes. So, when I last caught up with you guys, I had made a start on this fruit area. So what I'm probably going to do today is just finish off that back bit there. Then what I need to do, because I brought up literally everything, tools, materials, so I'm going to be up here for most of the day, crack on a few bits, because I need to plant all my seeds as well, squashes, so, and sunflowers, not all of them, but majority of them, because it is, what, 7th of April now, so things need to start going. Obviously I've got my bits and bobs growing in there. I need to finish off the path up here, which I've got the bit of grass just to cover it, but it's a bit of a hump here I need to flatten out. Oh yeah, got my shorts on as well. Yeah, flatten this out and then cover that with the artificial grass. Need to give that a weed over as well. Need to sort out in here as well. Obviously there's wildflower seeds, but I don't know if they're going to come up here at all. So, but yeah. Definitely going to sow some more carrots in here because there's no sign of them. And I need to get something to cover it. It's damp underneath, so still not sure what's going on with those. Also noticed just as well, the old lily, yes, starting to send up its little leaves. Thing is, the sun's behind me, so it's quite hard to see, but I'll get another video. But right, I'm gonna start on that, and then I need to try and find some more wood, just make another surround for that, which probably most likely in that pile over there. The amount of nettle roots, which I always knew, obviously because this back bit has not been touched for, God, about 10 years. Going back through photos on Google Maps, I'll insert some images actually of like the aerial, because it's interesting to see how, over the years, who's had it, what the layouts have been, but generally probably the last 10 years it's just been an overgrown mess. People have come up and then taken over, done a few, like a bit of work you can see, and then the next year it's just an overgrown mess again, which I don't get because the sun's in my eyes. Which I don't get because of the amount of people on the waiting lists. It's like there's probably over 1,000 people on our waiting list for this site, and yeah, there's plots right in front. The bottom of the tree there, and all the way along there's 4 plots there that are not being touched. Obviously the poor guy in front of us, he passed away last year, but you know, they re-let them, but then people just don't seem to be touching them. You can see like that one there, there's actually 2 in a row there that's not been touched. So managed to source a plank because I struggled to get any wood from there, which is decent enough to board around. But what I did, I took the bottom plank off that kind of retaining wall part because it's fairly flat there, and then the frogs and little critters can then come in and out easily, because at the moment obviously it is boarded all off, so I doubt if any frogs would get in. Obviously there is gaps underneath anyway along the other edges, but this one I've left now, so little bits and bobs can crawl through really. Right, I've just made up that one now. Obviously it's not perfect, but it will do. Obviously I'm going to wood chip all the way around as well along the pathways and that, but no, at least it's got some retaining wall to hold back the soil, but just need to put some stakes in the corners just to secure this one down because it moves about. So just been taking up the old pathway. I've leveled it all out now because there was quite a few humps and dips and that, so it should be pretty flat for this last piece of grass to go down on, so it should be a lot easier to walk on. And I'll get that bit down and then I will see what's to do next. So I've just laid down this last bit of artificial grass just so it just kind of neatens it all up now, and that, so the weeds won't come through anyway because the membrane's down. So I am going to finish off this episode or vlog off now because I don't want to make it too long, and I will start filming the other one shortly after. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.